राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय ओम श्री राम जय जय राम 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 ओम You're all right now? Good. ഇവിടെ ഗുരുകൃപ. പ്രിയമ്മ जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, 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 जय जय राम, श्री Swamiji gospel. Jai Ayah nak just tip online.
You can take it.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram,
Ayo.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai 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 Jai Ram, Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri 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 Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai 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 Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri 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 Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram
So should you get up? I have not decided. Sit down.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram. Vishwamata Krishna Bhagavan Vishwamata. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai
Yay.
Vanamali. Vanamali.
He'll write something, but when you put it into the linked past, it's bad because along with that, he'll write something. Put it small. Put it finish it. You can first you won't do now. As the little one and then you can ask others to ask me after being after.
For a change, we will go to the bhakti aspect. How many times you have read, but still it is needed. Bhagavata Dharma. Those who follow the Bhagavata Dharma should not shun actions, but should continue to follow their Swadharma, giving up all rites, rituals, and works aimed at fulfilling their own selfish interests. They should observe those rules of internal and external purification known as yamas and niyamas. After having thus purified their minds and bodies, they should seek an enlightened Guru whom they should serve faithfully. The Atman being the same in all, it is meaningless to think of any particular person or object as one's own, like wife, children, or property. Jiva's involvement in samsara arises from its identification with bodies generated by the gunas of Prakriti. Knowledge of its real nature alone will put an end to its entanglement. So long as there is perception of multiplicity, there will be no freedom for the jiva, and the Lord's power has time. Uddhava then asked the Lord how the same Atman can be called free yet bound at the same time. How the same Atman can be called free yet bound at the same time. The Lord replied, all talk of bondage and liberation is only in respect of the body and the mind, which are products of the gunas and not of the Atman, which is one with me. The Jiva and the Atman are like two birds sitting on the same tree. Jiva and the Atman. The former pecks at the fruits of the tree, enjoys the sweet ones, discards the sour ones, and is continually swayed by its likes and dislikes. It knows nothing and is bound by a strong desire for these fruits. The other bird, the Atman, though not eating the fruits, yet thrives splendidly on the same tree. The illumined person, though tenanting a body, will have no identification with it. The ignorant person, on the other hand, equates himself with the body and thus has to suffer the pangs and pressures of it. The illumined person, though tenanting a body, will have no identification. The ignorant person, on the other hand, equates himself with the body and thus has to suffer the pangs and pleasure of it. The sage is not affected by the contact of the senses with the subjects. Though his senses function at peak level, yet he remains a witness, like the sky or the sun or the wind. Though he has a body, he is free from the domination of its urges. He remains unaffected whether his body is persecuted or adored. He does not view experiences as being either favorable or unfavorable. A person may be an adept in scriptural knowledge, but if his mind is not absorbed in me through spiritual disciplines, his literary efforts will be in vain, like one who keeps a barren cow in the hope that it might yield milk. Then Uddhava asked, who are the best type of renunciate? What are the best type of devotion? The Lord replied, a sadhu is one who is kind, forbearing, truthful. He is unperturbed in joy and sorrow, ever helpful to all, with perfect mastery over his senses. He is calm, non-attached, eats sparingly, is vigilant, courageous. Though he expects no respect from others, yet he shows respect to all. Abandoning all other duties that might contribute to his material welfare, he concentrates his entire energies on the practice of wholehearted devotion to me. Even if one worships me with no knowledge of my infinity and majesty, with the feeling that I am his own, and he has no other support, know him to be the greatest of all devotees. Even if one worships me with no knowledge of my infinity and majesty, with the feeling that I am his own, and he has no other support, know him to be the greatest of all devotees. By this type of devotion, generated through contact with holy men, many ignorant beings in Vrindavan, like the cows, trees, animals, and gopis, attained me. Of these, the gopis are the supreme example. Just as the differentiation of name and form ceases to exist in the minds of great sages when in samadhi, that means superconscious state, just as rivers lose their individuality when their waters mingle with the ocean, so also the gopis of Vrindavan lost their separate existence in me, lost the awareness of their kith and kin, and even the awareness of their own bodies. Though ignorant of my real nature as the Supreme Brahman, yet through the intensity of their love, they attained me. Therefore, O Uddhava, abandoning all reliance on scriptural injunctions and prohibitions, the ways of work and renunciation, surrender your entire being, body, mind, soul to me, the all-comprehend and all-comprehensive being, the essence within all embodied beings. By that alone shall you attain liberation. My true devotees desire nothing, O Uddhava, not even the state of an emperor, nor that of Brahma, nor heaven, nor the attainment of yogic power, nor even liberation. Their only hope, their only goal is to attain me. Such devotees are supremely dear to me, O Uddhava. They are dearer to me than my own self. I am always following the footsteps of such sages so that all the worlds within me may get purified by the dust of their holy feet. With universal love filling their hearts, they have no wealth other than me, O Uddhava. Though my devotees may be under the domination of the senses at the start of their spiritual life, yet with the growth of devotion, they will be able to overcome them. Just as the flaming fire reduces any type of fuel to ashes, just as the flaming fire reduces any type of fuel to ashes, so devotion to me destroy all the sins that might prove an obstruction to their growth. Nor yoga, nor philosophy, nor karma, nor Vedic study, nor austerity, but nor renunciation has the power to attract me as does intense bhakti. Those whose words falter with excessive joy when they speak of me, whose hearts melt due to the overflowing tenderness of love for all beings, who laugh at the thought of the mysterious workings of my Maya, who weep at the agony of separation from me, who care for nothing and nobody but me, who have renounced their separate existence and are submerged in thoughts of me and such people, O Uddhava, purify the three worlds just by their existence. Rare indeed are such souls, O friend. If you see such a one, worship him, for he is equivalent to me. The way to attain such an exalted state is to think of me constantly, O Uddhava, just as the mind of a person who always dwells on the sense objects becomes attached to them, so also the mind of one who thinks of me constantly dissolves in me. Therefore, whatever task you might be engaged in, mundane or sacred, let your mind be constantly absorbed in me as the lover's mind on his beloved. Thus will you become absorbed into me. This is the supreme secret I am imparting to you, for you are supremely dear to me. Just as the flaming fire reduces any type of fuel to ashes, so devotion to me destroys all the sins that might prove an obstruction to their growth. Nor yoga, nor philosophy, nor karma, nor Vedic study, nor austerity, nor renunciation has the power to attract me, as does intense bhakti. Uddhava's next question was on meditation. The Lord answered him fully. At the end of it, he warned Uddhava to beware of the siddhis or miraculous powers which might accrue to the yogi. Deliberate cultivation of such powers would act as obstacles and might well lead to the yogi's downfall, for the mind gets distracted by them and reflected from its and deflected from its main purpose of attaining the Supreme. Uddhava then questioned him about the vibhudis, divine manifestation, just as Arjuna had done on the battlefield. The Lord gave him a similar answer and said that it would be easier to count the atoms than give a complete list of his glories, since they are inexhaustible. Uddhava then questioned him about Varnashrama Dharma, or the duties pertaining to one's birth and station. After giving him a comprehensive answer, the Lord concluded by saying that the dharma common to all persons, irrespective of caste and creed, was to be free from cruelty, dishonesty, lust, anger, greed, and to do what was good and beneficial to all creatures. Once again, Uddhava asked him to briefly describe the nature of jnana and bhakti. The Lord replied, Jnana or knowledge is that which sees the one supreme consciousness alone, impregnating all creation from Brahma the creator down to the smallest of his creation. When that permeating substance is seen to the exclusion of all changing modes, then that understanding is known as jnana. I have already taught you what bhakti is, but because of my love for you, I shall repeat it, and also to you how that bhakti is generated. Recital of my names, steadiness in my worship, diligence in the service of my devotees, remembrance of my presence at all times, utilization of all the senses in my service are the methods of generating bhakti. recital of my names, steadiness in my worship, diligence in the service of my devotees, remembrance of my presence at all times, utilization of all the senses in my service are the methods of generating bhakti udhava. The senses have been given with a special objective, and that is to worship me, the divine, in all things. The hands are to be used to offer worship to me in the form of service to all creatures. The eyes to discover my beauty in all my creation. The nose to smell my perfume in all things. The ears to hear the sanctifying accounts of my glories, and the tongue to taste the divinity in all fruit, and to extol me through speech, song, hymns. All of creation provides both the method and the means for my glorification, leading to self fulfillment. By constantly practicing such discipline, one can reach the state of complete self surrender and obtain deep rooted, unmotivated devotion. The hands are to be used to offer worship to me in the form of service to all creatures. The eyes to discover my beauty in all creation. The nose to smell my perfume in all things. The ears to hear the sanctifying accounts of my glories. And the tongue to taste the divinity in all food and to extol me through speech, song, and hymn. All of creation provides both the method and the means for my glorification, leading to self fulfillment. By constantly practicing such disciplines, one can reach the state of complete self surrender and obtain deep rooted, unmotivated devotion. Any thought that arises in any of you on what we have heard?
Even if we are not aware of its infinite nature, even then we'll attain it just by looking upon him as only a form.
Yes.
Love is beyond everything else.
We try to connect up. Yes, what you say is right. But we try to connect up Papa's way of bhakti, Why we are not feeling the dryness in Papa's? Because there is a touch of bhakti in what all he says, devotion. But the only thing is, devotion is not to a particular deity. Devotion is to that
Idea.
devotion to that nameless, formless reality who is within us. If devotional that approach is not there, it will become dry. That means the intellect will keep on analyzing, and the beauty or the joy will not be felt. So that is why even the prayer he has started. Though it is a prayer, it is a prayer prayed by the sense of individuality to the indwelling reality who makes the individuality to function as an individual. But because the words are such, we develop a feeling. The only thing is, it is not to a deity outside, it is to him who is inside. So we develop a relationship with him just like a devotion to a form. Though it is formless, it gives us the almost that same feeling. The last line when we were reading, it is almost, hands are to be used to offer worship to me in the form of service to all creatures. The eyes to discover my beauty in all creation. The nose to smell my perfume in all things.
Exactly.
Watch later. Papa's poem same
It's
thing.
exactly same. Very sorry.
Intellectual. Immediately the intellect steps in.
My jump in.
Intellect which is stored, it steps in. Why should we look at it now?
Yes.
If it is needed, we will look.
Yes, sir.
Because this is a very important point. Devotion we are trying to understand as normally understood by everybody. Bhakti is to a particular deity. There are so many Bhaktotamas, they are glorifying the deity. But here in Papa's case, there is no one particular deity, but it's at the same time, it is not an intellectual inquiry. Analyzing and reaching the nothing. It cannot reach, we know that. So instead of that, Papa adopted a unique method of glorifying him who is nameless and formless by its own creation, the sense of individuality. Recital of my names, steadiness in my worship, diligence in the service of my devotees, remembrance of my presence at all times, and utilization of all the senses in my service are the methods of generating bhakti. The senses have been given with a special objective, and that is to worship me, the divine in all beings. The hands are to be used to offer worship to me, the divine in all things. The hands are to be used to offer worship to me in the form of service to all creatures. The eyes to discover my beauty in all creation. The nose to smell my perfume in all things. The ears to hear the sanctifying accounts of my glories. And the tongue to taste the divinity in all food and to extol me through speech, song, and hymns. All of creation provides both the method and the means for my glorification, leading to self-fulfillment. By constantly practicing such discipline, one can reach the state of complete self-surrender and obtain deep-rooted, unmotivated devotion. Which is the, you search for it, no? We thought of building on universal prayer. This we have heard, no? O tongue, you have no other speech than to chant. O tongue, you have no other speech than to chant the sweet and charming name of Ram. O ears, you have no other music than to listen to the glories of the voice of Ram. You have no other vision than to see the divine image of Ram. O eyes, O mind, you have no other thought than to meditate upon beloved Ram. O body, you have no other occupation than to wear yourself out in the service of your master Ram. We have read Vache. But why? Think about it. Why we have not been able to? Nice to read. Because our mind, our first one, tongue. Tongue is used for so many things. So if somebody comes and says it is only to chant, difficult for us to accept. To talk, to eat. So what Papa would have meant? Here we hear so many things. What Papa would have meant by these words? He cannot go wrong.
That we have to direct our senses towards it.
So what Papa would have meant?
Think about it. We enjoy, we immediately struck to us, we took the book, we read. But while translating this into life, have we been able to do so? If not, why? So that means probably we would not have understood Papa's words in the way in which we should understand.
Our love for him is not so strong for me. If our love was so strong, the mind would not go anywhere.
Then what is the use of reading then?
There is
So,
joy in talking.
No, it's not like
At
that.
least it becomes an ideal
No,
that
it's
I
not.
have to reach
Not.
there.
That it is not like that. Whatever the tongue says,
Ah,
you need not think that the chanting is what we have understood as chanting. Chanting is to connect ourselves with him. So the we are trying to refine the at the time when it is self-centered and when it is God-centered. What is the difference? Anything that the tongue brings. How can I? No, we are praying. How can I convert it into the effects of a chanting? Technically, it is not chanting. Even now, what we are talking is not chanting. Technically, but it is about him and him and him only. No,
Swamiji,
think.
Swamiji, Sridhar Bhatt uncle, he has written, for whatever purpose we use our tongue, it should be equal to the name of Ram.
Okay.
ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸಾಧನ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ
Infinite expansion.
அதெல்லாம் சரி. இதை வாசிக்கிறப்ப நமக்கு எண்ணத்தினால நமக்கு அப்படி பண்ண முடியலை. தட் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம். நமக்கு ஏன் பண்ண முடியலை?
The Vairagya problem. Vairagya.
Like Prakash said, bhakti will be vairagya.
That could be one of the main obstacles. That could be. No, that is okay. But in spite of that, then if Vairagya is not there, why cannot do? Then I need not read.
No,
I need not do anything.
But Swamiji, then that would be pulling down the ideal, no? If we pull down the ideal, then we go down further only. We have to keep a higher ideal, no? Only then we pull ourselves up.
That will make us to move forward.
Ah,
So, reading is for that.
but keeping the lofty ideal ahead of us. Yeah, I guess that's glowing pipe.
I will again read and read this also.
Yes, Ram.
Ah.
Oh, I forgot.
The senses have been given with a special objective, and that is to worship me, the divine in all things. Divine in all things. Even if I have to criticize somebody, that is the need of the context, it should have it should be love quoted. That means we don't harbor any ill will towards them. That is the practical life, you know. So we are all in the practical life. If this is exclusively meant for a renunciate's life, then we cannot do that. We are not renunciates. We are in the midst of activities. So we are trying to interpret it. How I can follow this? The only what is that word?
The tongue.
O tongue, you have no other speech than to chant the sweet and charming name of Ram. So we are just trying to pray whether I can do that. So the only thing I can do is all that is uttered through my mouth, uttered by my tongue, it should somewhere get linked to him, no? Sweet and charming name of Ram. Oh yes, you have no other music than to listen to the glorious voice of Ram. Ram means what? No? Ram. So suppose we start understanding Ram as the subtle and mysterious power everywhere, in anything, whatever we do, so we have to, when I talk to somebody, if it is from the individual standpoint, this will not apply. If it is the same talk, when it happens from a different platform to from a higher level to that, it holds good. Think about it, whether it can be interpreted like that.
Yes, Swami, yes.
Eyes, you have no other vision than to see the divine image of Ram. I am not seeing different images. I am trying to see the subtle and mysterious power encased in different forms. I cannot reach that state, but this is what I want to reach the state, practical. Because you have not put me in a stage where I am free from everything. You made me to involve in so many of your activities, and then you cannot ask me to follow the other one. So how do I reach you? You can reach me, no? I am everywhere. And everything is me. Normally when we feel that chanting is to glorify him, this confusion will come to us. Just like Papa answered to Chuddhanandaji that what is his will now? He will get up, go to the carpenter shed, attend to the work, come back, sit in the Panchavadi, wait for the evening meal. That means anything and everything is his will, no? Think about it. Whether that interpretation will be okay for us. So when all my senses hear these words are very nice, identical. Recital of my name, steadiness in my worship, diligence in the service of my devotees, remembrance of my presence at all times, utilization of all the senses in my service are the methods of generating bhakti. We were thinking that suppose we concentrate on the universal prayer. It also generates devotion, bhakti. I come in all humility to thy holy feet. Me, the Bhakta, you, the Bhagavan, no? And he is not outside Bhagavan. O Lord of the universe, Creator, Protector, Destroyer, I come in all humility to my holy of thy holy feet and surrender myself entirely to thee. We are unable to understand because we are not sincere about it. No, we have not surrendered anything to him. It's only a word we are to use. Next second, if there is any threat to my me and mine,
Padma aunty is asking you to explain the whole thing again. Swamiji, I have understood something.
Oh, very good.
What I have understood is, for example, Mataji used to even quarrel with Papa. And she used to also pick fault and, okay, forget about pick fault with devotees, will forget it. But with Papa, she used to quarrel, Swamiji. But that inside, that reverence was still there. No? Something like that. I see Swamiji, Ramanjaneya Yuddha happened. No? Rama and Hanuman, there was a Yuddha between them. So, Hanuman took one side, Rama took another side. They had to fight. But see, Hanuman was mature enough to fight, even though he was the greatest devotee. So something like that I'm understanding now.
Think. Everything is
Padma
right.
aunty wants another proper explanation once more.
Very difficult. Each one has to dig out. Each one has to dig out. We will again read, we will try to go along this offering at the feet of God.
From such a simple, this one is at the feet of God.
Everything. If you just say, we have been reading this.
We will, simple Varamali story, we will enjoy like that.
And
Giving infinite expansion. Guru Kripa. Guru, I thought she's giving Guru Kripa also.
What for?
That is for infinite expansion. Everything is the
Nobody has expanded. Nobody has expanded. Because it has not been interpreted to me in the way in which I can understand. It is Mataji's, This is Papa's, Have I interpreted? What did he say? You cannot understand Ramdas's words.
By mere.
Huh?
By mere.
Huh?
Intellectual?
No, that what is that particular word?
By mere churning of thought.
Huh?
By mere churning of thought, you cannot understand words of
Ramdas
Ramdas.
words cannot be understood.
Blazing torch, perfected experience.
But to
But you have to bring the blazing torch of your perfected experience.
perfected experience. So we have not reached that stage, you know. So better why keep on quoting this?
Infinite expansion.
But it might help. Quoting also might help. Then coming back again, the senses have been given with a special objective. There itself you have to stop and ask. This body, this human birth has not been designed by me. This body is I have not done anything to get this body, the present me and mine. I have not brought anything with me when this body came from my mother's womb. I have not made any arrangements for the basic requirements that alone can ensure the sustenance of this body. Panchabhutas, sun, rain, etc. so and so. So I start thinking now. Whatever creature comforts I am enjoying, I have not done anything. So when in solitude, suppose I start thinking, I have not done anything. Everything has been provided by factors other than me. So naturally, for example, all the discoveries, inventions and innovations have been given, have taken place through selected instruments. Why do we say selected instruments? Everybody cannot do everything. Everyone is unique. Who gave that uniqueness? Did I do anything for my uniqueness? Think. So when we slowly start thinking that he is there, he has been so kind to me to give me a human birth, to give me a human body. Before I came out of my mother's, he saw to it that all the Panchabhutas are readily available for my sustenance. And then he kept on giving me one by one through his creation. And he's still giving me. So common sense says, whatever sense organs he has given, senses he has given, should it not be an act of reverence to him? Then how do I convert this as an act of reverence? In the various fields he has put me. Think. He gives me a family, he gives me a profession, he gives me a society, and then wherever he puts me, should I not be conscious of this? All of us are struggling to understand this because right from our impressionable age, this was not conveyed to us. And the me and mine had gained so much that as if we is the deciding factor. I decide what I should do, what I should not do. This has been my honest feeling. Nobody told me, nobody tried to kindle in me till I met the spiritual preceptor. that all these things are designed by him, by that power. So automatically, only when we try to become aware of his bounteous gift to us, we will be able to convert this into that tongue, ears, eyes, mind, body. Otherwise, I am doing something gratis to him. No. Eh?
He's asking what is
Favor.
practice.
I am paying back. As if I am doing some big thing to God.
Favor.
This is how we look at it. So what is required is to constantly hammer this into our brain. That he is responsible for it. He is the master planner. We have no idea. But we definitely know all these things are not done by the so-called me at the moment who is ruling me, who is dictating everything to me. So when he has provided everything, is it not common sense to bring him into the picture in whatever field he places us? He doesn't mind. He doesn't want any acknowledgement or appreciation or certificate. That we know, because till this moment we have not done it. But he has not abandoned us. He has not withdrawn any of his gifts to us. He has not withdrawn any of his gifts to us. Seeing, eyes see, ears hear, tongue tastes, nose smells, skin touches, mind thinks. I did not create any of these things. And because I did not know him, he has not withdrawn. He has not made it defective. So we feel, Papa, it talks from that. Offerings, that is the heading. So everything is an offering to him. Converting everything, all the senses. With that, here he says, the senses have been given with a special objective, and that is to worship me, the divine in all things. Divine in all things, not the all things, the divine in all things. What are the things? He explains, hands are to be used to offer worship to me in the form of service to all creatures. Eyes to discover my beauty in all creation. During our reset classes, one anecdote comes to our mind. Probably some of you might remember. One mother completely, what do you call that? The fire took her, defaced or disfigured. And then the child was born. And the child goes to the school. Everybody brings the photo of their mummy. She was reluctant. Mother did not say anything. But she was keeping herself away from her because of this obsession in her mind. And one day, neighbor or somebody was telling this child, because she knew mother has not uttered a word, that when she was a child, somehow the fire broke out, and in her anxiety to save the child, she took the child and somehow ran outside the building and placed the child. But by the time the fire has already taken hold of her dress, and then somehow she saw to it that the child is not affected, but she was greatly affected. The moment this child heard the story, she went and hugged them. You are the most beautiful figure I have seen today. Now, when we see, it is not what we see, the lens. The senses have been given with a special objective, that is to worship me, the divine, in all things. Not the figure, the divine in all things. The hands are to be used to offer worship to me in the form of service to all creatures. Because through creatures only I have been given everything. I may not know them. Just like the persons who brought it does not know me, they do not know me. They did not specify the beneficiary. So I also should know. I also need not be specific in identifying. To the known as well as to the unknown, it should reach. That is why nowadays when we explain touch of love, touch of perfection, touch of dedication, touch of gratitude, it is when it is done, it not only reaches to the known but also to the unknown. Today, if you have taken dosha or sambar, that sambar is a product of somebody unknown to us. Because they did not specify the beneficiary. So when I eat that, when I become conscious of it, my thoughts, my words, my deeds also should be not only useful to the known, but also to the unknown, to the extent possible. I have not reached that stage that everything can be converted to that. But at least out of 100 activities which I take, I can try to bring it in 1, 2, 3, like that, So hands are to be used. Eyes to discover my beauty in all creation. The self-sacrifice of the mother, that is the beauty, The nose to smell my perfume in all things. The ears to hear the sanctifying accounts of my glories. And the tongue to taste the divinity in all fruit, and to extol me through speech, song, and hymn. All of creation provides both the methods and the means for my glorification, leading to self-fulfillment. Self-fulfillment.
In 6th chapter, 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka. He says, Yatkaroshi yadasnasi, Yajuhoshi dadasya.
What does it mean?
Mean means, Swamiji, whatever you do as an offering to me. Whatever you speak, you offer to me.
That is what it is.
Even if you see anything, that's
what But now we are asking ourselves whether to what extent we have been able to do it.
Whatever, even if you eat, if you work with,
same thing. Yat karoshi, that everything is same. The same. So now we are trying to understand that is a knowledge.
No, suddenly
that is right. That is a knowledge. Okay. That knowledge is necessary to touch and kindle, and to purify and to refine. So Uddhava, he is giving a practical philosophy. And he makes us to think about it. So just suppose you give everything to me. We will not be able to do that. Unless we try to convert all my thoughts, words and deeds as his. How do I know? To become aware of his bounteous gifts. Vidhata. Ye Jagadata Vishwa Vidhata.
Swamiji, Padma Chavan is telling today's Satsang is shaking the very foundation of my understanding.
Very good. Ye Jagadada Vishwavidhata Ye Sukh Shanti Niketane. Jagadada
I think
Vishwavidhata.
it is there.
We have it. The Swamiji used to say no prayer.
Ye Jagadata, Ye Vishwavidhata. Again, we get stuck there. No, what we are trying to understand is, we are trying to understand the Vishwavidhata. We are starting point Jagadata, Data, and Vidhata. He is the great provider. He is the originator and the great provider. He has been giving to me. I am not aware, but he is not even asking for an acknowledgement. A mere, I know, I condemn him. I am. I don't recognize him. Still, he has not withdrawn any of the gifts he has given to me.
Unbounded, unconditional.
Ah. So then, that being the thing, then next step I ask, has he given to me anything directly? No. If I have tasted the sugar, sweetness, it is through the sugar or jaggery, I have not done the first sugar cane. Then it was self-propagated. Okay. First sugar cane, first piece of sugar cane. Pijamam sarva bhutana. Any taste, spices, karelas, bitterness, anything. So we have to completely think about that, in solitude, not for discussion. Then the bhakti aspect wells up in our heart. You have done so much for me, I have done nothing to you. Still you accommodate me, you consider me as a fit candidate to realize you. That is enough. I'll be over, but we would have many a time, but it is worth repeating always, because then the samskara, it gets rooted in us. One guru, and guru had a lot of devotees, shishyas, not devotees, shishyas. They will be attending to all his personal thing. So one shishya was always at his service. Other shishyas, somehow they developed watching him, and he had some weaknesses. So they were concentrating on catching hold of him with his weakness. They started telling the guru also once in a way, he is not to be relied, he has got these cravings. Guru did not say anything. And on a festival day, when the guru was taking rest, he thought he is free. He has this weakness for drinks and for ladies. So he ran away, he got fully drunk, and with some lady he was moving closely. And then the shishyas, they are trying to catch hold of him. So when they stealthily went and saw this man was lying there with nothing on his body, and then fully drunk, and the lady had just gone out. So they rushed up to the guru and said, see, we have been telling you, we have caught hold of him. I will show you now. So the guru said, you tell me where he is. They told him, he said, you need not come. He took a lantern, went there. So near a bush, he saw the shishya lying there. And it was, say, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. Cold breeze was coming. So he took his upper cloth, covered him up to this, went back. Morning, when the Shishya woke up, he has to attend to Guru's, he is very punctual now. Suddenly he saw he was naked, his own clothes were not there, and Guru's clothes were there. At that moment, he is a mature, realized one, though he may have this. So he could understand what had happened. He started running towards the, caught hold of his feet and cried. And why did he cry, He said, in spite of my nonsense, still your love for me was intact. Your love and care and concern for me was intact. How will I repay back? And from that day, he changed. And later on, he was free from this thing. Even otherwise, he was free from so many things. He was free from this also. And then he became number one Shishya. Everybody started loving him. And then he succeeded him when the Guru passed away. So here, when he cried, this is why he cried. In spite of my doing all these nonsense, still your love and concern for me is intact. This is the same thing that is to us. We have not acknowledged, we have not felt the gratitude. We always, not only that we have not felt the gratitude, we always assert. We carry on with our rights and wrongs, likes and dislikes, priorities, preferences, attachments, cravings, ambition. Still he has not abandoned. So then what happens is converting all my senses for paying back to him through his creation. With that background, if we look at this teaching and the poem, probably it might lead us to something. More of it we will take up tomorrow. Hari Om. Yeah, the Vanamali's explanation is beautiful. Very much linked to the practical. The other day, one person who renders Bhagavata Saptaha, he used to come here with his family. So I was just sharing, I must have shared this. Whenever we talk about Uddhava Gita, we used to share in the Satsang. But for those who have not heard, there is a Kochi Guruvayurappan temple in Delhi, neatly maintained, very nice to go there. So every year they perform this Saptaha, and somebody goes from Kerala. A person who is well versed in this, a great Bhakta. So when he was taking up this Uddhava Gita, when he was telling this particular context, I may not know. And then he started crying like a child. Everybody got stunned. They also kept quiet. And he, within 5 or 10 minutes, he regained himself completely. And then he said, you know why it came? I have been coming here for more than 10 or 15 years and rendering this Bhagavad Saptaha. And where I used to render this Uddhava Gita. Every time what Bhagavan says through me about the bounteous gifts he has given, but have I felt it? I come here, perform and go. Today he just reminded me, are you convinced? Even then he has not withdrawn anything, but he is asking me, are you convinced? So that you can translate it in your life. I have not been able to do it. To me, this is a vocation, no? This is a program. But today I feel it. When we were sharing this to this easily, I also feel many a times what I am telling to others, am I being able to, how to bring that in? That's the toughest struggle. But only way is, he says, tell my glories. One day or other. Out of 10, we may be converting one into with love to somebody. When we were talking, it may be for the care and concern of others. And even if we get any smell, we will not put any prefix or suffix, because we know what is inside us, Instead of blaming somebody, we know what is inside us. The moment it comes out, we cannot go near that. Yeah. So like that, when we start analyzing and knowing him, what all you have given, what am I doing? What am I doing? So the whole perspective slowly gets changed. Again, we are back to square one, agreed. But constantly thinking about it, it might slowly refine our thinking. And he has assured. That is why we are always, we did not plan today, just now it struck. And he took us to that particular this thing. Normally we used to say at the time of leaving, what all happened between the Lord and the Uddhava. But today he said, stop. So that he wants to connect it with Papa's, okay. And then suddenly, have you understood? No, we have understood verbally. Then, did I not tell that you should go through the perfected experience? So wherever I have made you to implement this in your life, did you not enjoy it? That is what I want. I gave you a life with a lot of experiences. Now connect it with everything like that. Whenever you found any happiness, a happiness which is not self-centered, then you find out how that happiness came. What I made you to do. So such introspection, yes. So the ultimate message is this bhakti aspect is safer than simply only catching hold of his words, subtle and mysterious power, which is dry. It cannot take us anywhere. Neither the intellect can understand it. So he said the subtle and mysterious power only once at the introduction. Then afterwards only he used Ram. And then he started addressing him as a person, impersonal person. So that is how he made us to develop this bhakti, a bhakti of a unique characteristic. A bhakti where there is no deity involved, but at the same time, devotion is there. Tomorrow we'll also try to connect up in quest of God, so that it becomes more and more probably clear. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.